I'm going to talk now to Hen Mazzig, who is an Israeli author and senior fellow with the Tel Aviv Institutes. He has served in the past with the Israeli Defense Forces for almost 5 years. He was a coordinator of government activities in the territories of the West Bank and also as a humanitarian affairs officer. So a very interesting background there, Hen. I wonder first off if you could just let us know your analysis of what you have seen the past week, the past 24 hours.
There's so much violence going on, and I think everyone on both sides just want it to end. We've seen a raid in Jenin where the Israeli army has tried to take militants and terrorists there was a fire exchange between them, and a few of them died, a few of the Palestinians, I think it was 8. And yesterday night I was still in Tel Aviv where we were having Friday dinner. It's Jewish families on Friday meet together. And during that time, it's the holiest day of the week, and prayers were in Jerusalem in the synagogue. They left the synagogue, and Palestinian gunmen was shooting those families. They didn't fire back, or they didn't have guns on them like the case in Jenin. So I think it's very separate. It's very different cases. One of them was motivated by antisemitism. That's why he went to a synagogue. That's why he didn't go to a military base. And now we saw this morning another attack in Jerusalem.
Helen, sorry, I just need to push on this. You said when we first started speaking that both sides want this to end. How? I mean, really, is that possible? You've worked as someone who was advocating for peace, I'm presuming,
Absolutely.
On the humanitarian side of things.
Still on the side that advocate for peace, and I think both Israelis and Palestinians really want that. I don't think anyone wakes up in the morning and wants to see a war, but I think what we need to do is to see each other as human, because this is a result of dehumanization. We heard this morning that a Palestinian child, a 13-year-old Palestinian kid, took a gun and went and shot Jewish families. That is the exact result of dehumanization, and only when we see each other's humanity, I think that would see a change.
Okay, and how much is the new government of Benjamin Netanyahu escalating things as well? I mean, we've seen Israelis taken to the streets against this government. Right. Are they helping?
Absolutely. I'm part of those voicing their opposition to the government. The government is voicing opposition for part of my identity. I'm a gay man, so that a lot of their policies are against the LGBTQ community. And it's frightening to see that our rights are being challenged by the government. I don't think that it's a direct result, because we've seen that when we had the former government had Arab MPs in it. In June 2021, when it was sworn in, we saw 185 terror attacks in 1 month by Palestinians. So I don't think that it's direct result, but it's definitely not helping the situation.